Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dannah Rey and today I have a very request video questions about how to thin out your hair, a Q&A. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and click the red button so you can get all the notifications about my new videos. Please like this video if you like it in the end, and if you like my content and if you like my videos, please share on your social media. So let's just go ahead and start with this Q&A. I've been having a lot of questions about my video how to thin out hair. I will leave a link right here, so if you haven't watched it, so you can go right there and review it, like give it a try, so you know exactly what I'm talking about in this Q&A. So let's begin with question number 1. I normally part my hair on the side. Should I still do this with my hair parted on the middle? I will say right now I am having my hair part kind of in the middle. It's kind of all over the place, but imagine it's straight. I will take this right here and I will save this section right here, this section right here, because this is the frame of my face. I won't touch this at all because this is the part in your hair next to your face, and it's like the point of the attention of someone else's eyes, and if something that is wrong over here, it will be so easy to be noticed. So yeah, avoid this area right here and avoid the crown of the head. Just do a half moon right here and avoid this area as well. And basically it just does the first step. If you have your hair part on the middle, I will say like this. If your hair is like this, I will suggest to you to take wherever is in the end and take it right down into your neck. As you can tell, it goes down to my neck right there behind my ear, and I will take this section, and I will totally save it. Don't touch it, don't do anything, and I will do exactly the same in the other side right here. And I will save this part. I know it's a lot of hair in here, but trust me, if you do something in here, it will be easier to be noticed. And I think that's the rule for thinning out your own hair or someone else's hair. And basically, you can do any kind of hairstyle that you have. Just save that part right here in the front and this in the back. And obviously that one in the neck, but in my video I am more detailed and that little like rules. Question number 2. Does this work on all hair types? Yes, it totally works on any kind of hair type that you have. The main rule that I will say everyone should know is that you have to blow dry your hair, straighten your hair, like make it like flat, so you can have a perfect canvas for the section that you need to do, the cuts that you need to do. If you do like a blow dry, you will have a perfect scenario to have the best result, to be easier, to be you will have more knowledge of what are you doing. So yeah, I will totally suggest to you to do your hair before you get it thinned out for yourself or someone else, because if you have your hair curly, it will be more difficult to have more control over the sections, because I know my hair is curly right now, it's straighted right now, but sometimes when I do it when it's curly, it's kind of a mess because the hair tends to be more crazy and gets more rebel. For you to be more capable of having more control and starting to feel like confident, I think you should totally have your hair blow dryer, style it before you start to thinning it out. Question number 3. It will cut the length of my hair. This question I've been having it like a lot in the past few months, because I know that a lot of people it's doing their hair at home and they feel scared they're going to mess it up. Trust me, this is the best technique when you want to get rid of extra weight, or you want to get a nice volume, or you won't just want to do like a little touch up in your house, because it won't affect the length. The only thing that you are doing is cutting a little bit between a few sections, and it's totally invisible. No one will notice. Trust me, everyone's going to know how nice, how manageable, how healthier your hair looks. No one is going to notice that you did something on the length, on the quantity. No, nothing at all, because that's why you do it only on the back, and that's why you get one section in, one section out, and it completely blends with everything, and the length is completely the same, I promise. Question number 4. If you have curly hair, do you need to straighten it out before you're doing this? I will say the answer is already in question number 2, because you will have more control over your own hair. It gets a little bit tricky. I totally will suggest to you to wait until your hair is dry, and when it's dry, and then you kind of style it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to get the perfect hairstyle or the sleekest hair to do it. Just you can see how much quantity do you have, how long it is, and you can totally see where do you need to get the most cuts. For me, it's the best because you realize how long your hair is, and you realize it doesn't affect the length. If your hair is curly and then you style it before, you will totally feel weird, because you don't get the sense of what you already did with the sears. Well, so totally wait until the moment that you have your hair straightened and you are ready to hop in the shower. Totally do it before, so you can have a little more control, and when you're in the shower you will get rid of all the tiny little hairs, and it will be so much easier and so much faster. Question number 5. My problem is my thick hair is only on my scalp. Well, never take the sears on your scalp. Never do that like thick sections and do it close to your scalp. Never, ever, never do it. I will answer this a little more into the questions. I will say if you have that problem, I will say just do it here in the back and get a little more close, but not that close. As I said on my video, you have to take your fingers and take this space as a base. I will say like a frame. Don't cross this line. Just take your fingers, and you can take that place in the back and pin it out like crazy, because that's the place where it won't be noticeable. Because if you put your hair back, it will be covered with this section right here that you didn't touch, and it will be easier if you style your hair, because you take the sections and then it's going to be completely blended. So yes, you can go a little bit heavier if you know that you need to be more, take more weight off. But totally wait until the 3rd time that you do this to be like heavy hand, because you will take time to realize how much do you need, how it's comfortable for you, how much is too much. I will say in the 3rd time you will feel like completely confident, and you will realize, well, I can go a little bit more up, I can take this section right here a little more thin, and things like that. I think just it takes time. Question number 6. Do you close the sears fully every time? The answer is yes, but no. I have my sears right here. I will say, if you take the sears and you put some hair right here in this blade, you will totally cut a lot of hair. It will be totally a mess. Right here, I don't know if you can see it, I have a little something because I closed the sears completely. Sometimes it falls naturally, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, right here. As you can tell right here, I closed the sears right in that corner, and look at this. This is the little guilty, the guilty hair. For me, my suggestion to you, I'm sorry, is to take your finger and do it like this. Just avoid this area where your finger is placed at, because right here is the danger zone. And if you take that little danger zone out, if you like this, I will say like this, right there is my finger, you can totally close it without any guilt. Question number 8. I'm sorry if my voice is getting lower and lower. It's late and everyone's going to sleep, so I'm trying to do this as best as I can, because this is a very request video and I haven't had any time to record it, so I'm sorry. Question number 7. How often do you think someone should thin out their hair? Well, for me, my hair grows pretty fast. I will say I do it 1 month on, 1 month off, but it depends of your hairstyle, your hair type, your lifestyle, how often do you do your hair, a lot of stuff, because you need to start doing it and you will realize how often do you need to be doing it. If you're someone who does their hair like pretty often, that gets in the shower pretty often, that you have a lot of hair, you will totally feel like you need to do it 1 month on, 1 more off. But if you're someone like it doesn't bother to you to do your hair that often, your hair is pulled back pretty normally every day, I think you will do like 1 month on, 2 months off. That will be like the perfect, because you will get the time to realize that your hair is growing and you will feel more confident that do it when you really need it. If you get really crazy and do it every month, your hair is going to get like pretty cut. You will do cuts in the same places that you already did. So yeah, just make sure you wait maybe 1 month on and 2 months off to do it just like more often. That way you will realize how fast your hair grows. Question number 8. Does this give you split ends? No, I have never had that problem because I take care of my sears. They are always clean. I always do it when my hair is totally dry. I have no products in my hair, no gel, no mousse, no creams, nothing, so I don't damage the blades. I will say get a pair that is like medium to high price, because you will get the best without paying a lot of money. And just take care of your sears. That's the best, like the best way to take care of your sears, because if you get that range between medium and high, you will get a pretty decent length. But you have to be pretty picky, taking care of your sears. Never forget them in every kind of place, in the sun, in the water. As I said to you, just take care of your sears and you will never have a problem with split ends or getting your hair very ugly or something like that. Just take care of your sears and you will never have any split ends. Question number 9. Where do you purchase your thinning sears? I purchased my pair of thinning sears right here in Mexico, like I don't know, like 10 years ago almost, I will say, and they is still in perfect condition. They weren't the cheapest, they weren't the expensive, like in the middle range, and I have them take care of them like pretty nice. I haven't done anything like inside the water. There's any kind of product in them. They're completely clean. There's no cream, there's no nothing. They have to be in a pretty good condition, so you don't have to purchase a pair of sears every kind of, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years, so you can use them like forever. But you can purchase them in Amazon, Target, I don't know if Target, maybe Ulta, Walmart. I haven't seen them at Walmart. I think like any kind of beauty supply, Sally's, You can totally get them everywhere. Right now you can find anything on Amazon, so you can just totally see the reviews and make sure you get the best pair of sears for your money. Question number 10. How often do you do this to keep it maintained? It's been a long time since I haven't thinning out my hair because we were in quarantine and I haven't had any motivation to do my hair, any special occasion to do my hair. As a matter of fact, I stopped doing anything on my hair. I stopped dyeing it, cutting it, thinning it out. I just let it grow like crazy, and I will notice it because I have a lot of hair right now. And trust me, I will do this to keep it maintained 1 month on and 1 month off, so I have less amount of hair to work with, to work in the shower, to work in the dryer, to work in the flat iron. For me, yes, 1 month on, 1 month off. If you want to get like the perfect hairstyle that you feel confident with it, but if you feel like you don't need that much, you can totally maintain it to in 1 month on, 2 months off. That will be perfect for you. If you feel like your hair doesn't grow that fast, it's totally fine. Question number 11. Why do you not get close at the scalp, as that's what my hairdresser does? Well, you need to fire your hairdresser. I'm sorry, I have that done before, and trust me, I hated it. I hated it. This lady took the shears and literally took my hair and just close to the scalp. She started doing cuts everywhere around my face, even in the frame of my face. And at the beginning, I was like, that's wrong. But I never stopped her. And when I wanted to do my hair, like pull it back, all the hairs, they were coming off. I was like, what the heck? It was so ugly. Trust me, it took forever to grow back because you're cutting right here in the roots. That's a totally no for me. That's why you take your hand, take like this kind of section right here, like a safe, because that's the place where you can hide everything. Everything will be invisible because it has certain lane, and it will start to go like blending like this, like this, like this. And if you start right here, it will be so easy to come off the tiny little hairs. Even though they grow, you have to pull gel, you have to put hairspray so you can tame them a little bit. So yeah, totally fire the hairdresser and start doing it yourself. Question number 12. Can I use this technique with my medium length hair? Yes, I have been doing this for a lot of time, and I have get this done in my super short hair, even though it was in my neck. My hairstylist here in Mexico, she's the only person that I trust to do my my thinning, because she knows what I like and she knows how to hide it, and she will thin it out my hair like crazy right here in the back, even though it was pretty short. So when I style it, it looked so pretty. I had the prettiest volume ever, and I will say my hair is medium length right now, and I will totally do it. So you can do it. Even if your hair is pretty long, you can do it. And if your hair is pretty short, you can do it. It doesn't matter, because you will hide it and it's almost invisible, so it doesn't really matter. If you have really thick hair, you should totally do it. Question number 13. Will the thickness on my hair eventually came back? Yes, it totally will. Hair never stop growing. Hair never stop getting into crazy lanes, because you're just doing cuts. You're not just getting rid of your roots. You're doing just tiny little cuts here and there, and the hair just, it will get to the point you will get the exactly same amount, the exactly same lane in any kind of, in any hair. So yes, don't worry about losing your thickness, losing your volume, losing the heaviness of your hair, because it will grow back. And trust me, if you start doing it like I did for a long time, and then you will you will get blow dry and everything. You will get so tired, you will get so irritated because you didn't thin it out before. So trust me, you will never wish to have your thickness back. Trust me, but it will come back. Question number 14. This same technique can be done on someone else's or just on myself. This technique, I will say, is totally universal. You can do it on yourself, someone else, super long length, middle length, onto the shoulders length, because this technique is completely easy to do, easy to hide, easy to do it, easy to maintain. I will say this is the best technique that I have learned in my whole life. Yes, even though I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube of another woman's doing this, I think this is the best technique. Not because someone told me how to do it. I didn't invent it. Someone told me how to do it. I just took the time to make little changes and make it more easy for someone else, and I just record it. But yes, you can totally do this technique on everyone in any kind of hairstyle, any kind of hair type. Question number 15. Will this damage my hair? No, this is not heat, this is not cold, this is not bleach. This is just doing a little cuts here and there, and as I said before, just take care of your sears and everything will be fine. I think the things that damage more the hair are the things that we do on it. This is something that it will help your hair to grow nicer, faster, easier, and when you blow dry your hair, it will be faster and you will need less heat because you have way more, well, I will say less amount of hair to take care of. Yeah, I will say it will be the completely opposite. You will feel your hair getting completely prettier, nicer, healthier. So just take care of your sears. Well, that was it. That is all the questions that I've been having on my channel, especially on that video. But I have a bonus answer for you. A lot of people is pretty confused if this technique gives you volume or just takes the weight off. I will say it's both. If you have a crazy amount of hair, super heavy, super thick, it will help you to get rid of that weight that's super heavy on your head, but you will get this nice healthier volume if you work with it. If you don't work with it, it will be totally invisible. But if you're someone who has pretty tiny amount of hair, someone pretty smart will do a tiny little cuts, a tiny little bit of thinning, because if you work with it, you can get pretty nice volume. A lot of people who has pretty thin hair get their hair thinned out in just certain areas, so when they get it curly or blow dry it, they just scrape it like this, and that gives you a little more volume, and you can totally feel more confident. But yes, it will give you volume if you work the volume. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do anything, just just work with your hair like you normally do it, it won't give you any kind of volume. Trust me. But if you work with it, it will give you a nice volume. The only thing that I will say for me is it helps me to take care of the weight. It helps me to get rid of the amount, because I have a lot of hair, and it feels so nice, and my hair feels more manageable. It looks more shiny, and when I do my hair, it takes like, I don't know, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and when I don't have my hair thinned out, it takes me almost an hour. Yes, a headache. So yeah, I think that's it. I hope I answered everyone's question. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you find this video and other kind of videos that I do pretty helpful for yourself, please share it. Don't be envious. Share this on your social media. Thank you so much for the support, and if you have any other questions, just don't forget to leave it down below on that video too. And yes, that's it. Well,